Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet the legendary restaurateur Alberto Lombardi. He's continuing to reinvent himself every single day. I think he's probably invented 3 new concepts just in this show open. You're going to meet this legendary restaurateur next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I've interviewed a lot of successful people on my show, but I have to tell you, I'm truly blown away by my next guest because he continues to reinvent himself and grow his empire rather than coasting, which many of us would do with his level of success. Alberto Lombardi with Lombardi Family Concepts is in the studio. This is the 3rd time you've been on my show,
Yes.
and I'm absolutely thrilled.
Right.
In fact, I think the last time you were on the show, you told me that you were about to roll out some new concepts.
New concept. Yeah, since then, I think we opened another 3 different restaurants.
That's amazing. Hey, well, what lights your fire? Because you could certainly, at your level of success, you could coast at this point.
Yeah, what excites me in this business always to come out with something different. You know, I don't like to do the same thing all the time.
And your first concept, he was telling me he came to Dallas in the 70s, and his first concept was an Italian
It
place.
was January 24, 1977.
Wow.
And I had the pleasure of meeting this beautiful gentleman called Pardue, Mr. Pardue. And he had a restaurant that went bankrupt twice.
Wow.
Used to be called Jeremiah. And he said, see what you can do. And he gave it to me. And I opened my first restaurant.
And the fact that you've had so much success over the years is extraordinary, because many people think, oh, I'm just going to open up a restaurant and I'm going to get rich. And, you know, nothing is further from the truth. The margins are very lean in restaurants.
Well, I think if you open a restaurant to make money, you are already doing the wrong things. You need to do something because you love it.
Yes.
This is the most important things.
Yes.
And the money will come by itself.
Well, to have so much success is just remarkable. We're going to pull up his website, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to look at all of the brands and all of the different concepts that he's created. He talks about the rich history. One, I love your branding. You guys have done a really good job branding yourself. But as we look at some of these logos, that's amazing. And everybody watching this, I'm sure, has gone to at least one of your places. We throw our Christmas party at Bistro every single year.
Yeah.
And you do. So I said before the show that you're almost doing kind of a United Nations of food now, because you're from Italy. And yet you're getting into so many different kinds of cuisine.
Well, I think when you travel a lot, you see so many new things. And also in the restaurant business, there is an evolution.
Yes.
People change, and you need to go with the time. And at least what I find out today, restaurant business is much more like a show business.
Yes.
You know, you need to really create the most beautiful environment, and people will love to come over there. Of course, the food has to be good, the service has to be good, but also you need to create a stage.
Yes, and we're going to talk about several of your new concepts in a minute, but I want to go ahead and pull up this reel. This is kind of a year in review, and we're going to pull this up, and I want you just to kind of talk about your team and how amazing your team is, because every successful restaurateur is only as good as the folks.
People that you have, you know.
I mean, as you look at this, I mean, you guys have had you had a remarkable year last year, didn't you?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Last year we had a beautiful. We opened this new restaurant in Houston called Lombardi Cucina Italiana.
Okay.
I would say it's one of the most beautiful restaurants for sure in Houston.
No kidding.
You
Okay.
know.
Describe it for us.
And, well, it's very, very lighting. It looks like you are in Miami.
Yes.
Light color, beautiful chandelier. And we do a lot of service at the table. And in the back, I did a little bit of, not even a speakeasy, but it's more like a lounge.
Yes.
With live music.
And give us the name of that again.
It's called Segreto.
Okay, what is that?
Secret.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You know, secret, you know. And then we opened also Maison Chinoise. It's a Chinese restaurant. And everybody used to say to me, what do you know about Chinese food? I say, not too much. I said, but let me find out. And what I did is I went to Las Vegas on the best Chinese restaurant called the Wynn Link at the Wynn Hotel.
Oh, yes.
I introduced myself to the chef. I make him an offer, and now the chef is over here with me.
All right.
And that's the way to learn about Chinese food.
So if any other restaurant sees Alberto coming in, watch your staff because she might just hire them. And then you have another concept that...
And in the back of Maison Chinoise, we did Regine.
Okay.
Regine used to be a staple during the 70s, the 80s, used to be in Saint-Tropez, Paris, New York. And I used to go to New York all the time to dance and to eat a Regine.
Nice.
And I say, let me do something similar over here, you know, because there is nothing in Dallas where you can go in a lounge with a little bit of class and live music for everybody.
Now, there's one more concept that I want to spotlight, and
Yeah.
we've got your graphic. Let's go ahead and put the graphic up so he can talk about this. And this opens in about a month?
Yeah.
Tell us about this concept.
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, I went to Peru. I went to Lima, I went to Cusco, I went to a culinary tour, seeing different type of food, and I say, wow, I didn't realize that Peru is one of the best food. And I decided to say, I stay in my mind, and when I had the chance to open another restaurant, I said, what do I do in this restaurant? I said, well, let's do a little Latino, because in Dallas we have only Tex-Mex.
Yes.
And it's nice to come out with something different. A little bit of Peru, Argentina, a little bit of Brazil, and Mexico, of course.
It's incredible. So every time you come up with one of these concepts, do your friends tell you you're crazy?
Yeah, all the time. But what I did also, because when you go to Mexico City, you find the most beautiful restaurant, more than over here, design-wise.
Yes.
And what I did is, I Google who was the designer in this particular restaurant in Mexico City. I found his name. His name is Nunes.
Okay.
You know, he's originally from Portugal, but he's been living in Monterrey for about 20 years. I invited him to Dallas, and I said, can you design a restaurant for me, something the way you do it over there? And that's what I did.
And
Yeah.
so the audience understands, Dallas is a very fickle town. You can have restaurants open and they're crowded, you can't get in, and then the next thing you know, they're closing down. Talk about COVID for a minute, because I know that was really hard on the restaurant industry. How did you guys maneuver that?
Yeah, COVID, it was not the big things for us. The big things for us, was 9/11. 9/11, I had a cell on the table to sell all my restaurants. I used to have at the time about 12 restaurants called Lombardi. And 9/11 came in, I lost the cell, and at the same time my business went down 50%.
Wow.
I had lost almost everything during 9/11. COVID, we managed, because what I did with COVID, I kept all my people in salary at 75%. Everybody that was hourly, I had them come in and pick up food without pay. And when I reopened the restaurant, everybody came back to work, and most of the restaurant couldn't find people to work.
Wow.
And we were very lucky on that.
Well, and he's very dedicated. I remember my wife Victoria and I were out at Kai up at Shops at Legacy or Legacy West, and it was a Saturday night, and we had seen a movie, and then we went in, and it was probably 10:30, and there's Alberto at 10:30 at night on a Saturday, going around shaking hands, making sure that everybody was
Yeah,
happy.
I like to do that part of it there, the social part. I think it's the most important things, like these people don't think then it is a personalized restaurant.
Yes.
That's why we call it Lombardi Family Concept.
And everybody loves you, Alberto. I mean, truly, because you're so generous. I've watched you, when nobody else is looking, and you're really into your customers. In fact, I was touched as I was preparing for this show that you celebrated a birthday not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they made a video for you. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Happy birthday, Mr. Lombardi!
Happy birthday, Mr. Lombardi!
Happy birthday, Alberto!
Alberto, I hope you have an amazing birthday. I love you.
Okay, you've always
Happy
been
birthday.
special to us. You're going to have an amazing birthday, many more to come. We love you.
We love you. Mwah. Hi, happy birthday from the Agostinos.
Signore, many more to come. Capito? Salute Cent'anni.
For the last 10 years, you have been giving us the best experiences, the most beautiful venues, and your friendship means the world to us. So we love you, and we'll always be your biggest fan. Happy birthday.
God bless.
Carissimo signor Alberto, tantissimi auguri nel giorno del vostro compleanno. I wanted to wish you the best wishes because you deserve it. And I want to tell you that I'm so grateful for you, your family, what we're doing, and I couldn't be happier to be right next to you through this journey of life. And I wish you 100 more. Tanti auguri, 100 anni, much love. Figlio numero 3, 4, 5, non lo so.
Happy birthday, Dad. Best boss, even better dad.
Oh. Okay, as you're watching that, he's kind of missing up a little bit. What is that like to see how much you're
Well, I've been very lucky. I surround myself with the most beautiful people.
Yes.
We have more than 1,000 employees.
Oh, my goodness.
And we still have about 120 people. They've been with me from 44 years to 15 years.
That's incredible.
I mean, family now, when they start to me, they were very young. Now they are grandparents.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. Amazing, yeah.
Okay, as we wrap up this show, I want you to give encouragement to people at home, because I know a lot of people haven't found their purpose. They're kind of drifting. They feel like they're spinning their wheels, but you've certainly found your purpose in serving people. You're a servant, aren't you?
Yeah, I think life is a beautiful thing, but the most important thing is to find something that make you wake up in the morning and say, wow,
yes,
I'm not going to work, I'm going to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important things. Sometimes people, they go just to college, they come out, they still don't know what they want to do. But it's nice for young people to find out, even if they go to college, to find out exactly what really make them give them pleasure.
Yes.
What do they like,
And I think about, the how much a place restaurants play in all of our lives. Engagements, anniversaries, going away parties. If you think about some of the best memories that all of us share, it's often at a restaurant, and maybe yours.
Yeah, I think, I just find out that people would say, what is the key of longevity? You know what they say, what was the number one?
What's that?
Social.
Yes. Yes.
Meaning, I'm good to the rest. I always meet people. That's it. Maybe I'll live a little longer myself.
Okay, now they always say you never trust a skinny chef. You're very lean. How do you keep yourself in such great shape?
Yeah, because I want to be around for a while. Basically, it's everything in moderation. You need to try everything. I don't like to eat without sauce or without this. I eat everything, but a smaller portion.
Wow.
And exercise.
Yes.
It's very important. I do exercise 4 days a week.
Wow.
I have to,
Well, I can tell you, just looking in his eyes, he has the eyes of a teenage boy. So I congratulate you on staying forever young and for creating such wonderful memories for all of your customers.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always good to see you.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to end with his website, which is LombardiFamilyConcepts.com. The great Alberto Lombardi. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.